along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. This is Brian Anderson, and we've got our reporter, Allie LaForce. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. Tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Now here's Barnes. It's Pokashevsky on the wing. Pirtle with the ball, and Johnson picks him up defensively. 5 to shoot. Here's Ingram. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
Nice touch from the mid-range. Ingram looking confident, rising up and shooting from there.
Claxton can't get it to go. Barrett into the lane, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he? Now here's Thomas. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
0 for 3, not the start they're looking for.
Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Wow. Barnes straight down the lane for the jam.
You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
Now here's Barnes. Picked by Pirtle. From the high post. Outside for Ingram. Tries again. And he sinks the layup.
Anytime Ingram gets a look that close in, it's a great trip down the floor.
Outside Russell. Williams on the wing. Can they get it? Hits the three-pointer.
Well, it took them 5 tries, but they showed they can make a basket, I guess.
And here's Barnes. Misses in close. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Thomas outside. Shoots. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Taking a nice focus shot. Thomas wants to make his looks count.
Pass to Barrett. The 3 is up. Brooklyn pulls it in.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Now here's Williams. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Barrett. Here's Ingram. Hands it from the wing. Ingram's got 6 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Barrett to the middle. Pass to Pokashevsky. Ingram on the wing. Thomas with a steal. Sinks that one from the post. Thomas has gotten his 2nd bucket on the night.
Outrunning the defense. Great transition play there by Thomas.
Right side Barrett. Here's Pokashevsky. From downtown. Outside for Ingram. 3-pointer. Claxton with a rebound. Nets trail by 3. Outside, Williams. Pass to Claxton. It's stolen by Ingram.
2 minutes left in the first.
Shot is good by Barrett. Barrett's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Such a gutsy player. Barrett takes on challenging defenders in style and stays in control.
All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big three. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
Now here's Ingram. He's got 6. Inside. Here's Barnes. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Ingram. 6 points for him.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
The 3 from Russell. Counted from distance.
Oh, that's a silky three-point shot from Russell. He can be consistent from out there.
Pass to Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Now here's Pokashevsky. Yet to see a basket. To the paint. Pirtle with the bucket.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
Nets trail by 10. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. The 3. Pirtle grabs a miss.
And with his team trying to trim this margin, his struggles this quarter, they're not helping things.
Left side Ingram. Over Claxton. The shot by Ingram, no good.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Here's Johnson. It's good from about 19 feet.
Guy's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
And so it's Toronto, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen from the Raptors, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Raptors lead by 8. Now quickly. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
And during the first few seasons of Emmanuel Quickley's career, he was seen primarily as a scorer, Grant.
Yes, but recently has blossomed into a more versatile threat. The leap we've seen in his passing has been especially impressive. He's a player to watch out for moving forward.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, "We're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step."
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you. Grant, would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it, BA. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new.
All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, BA. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Takes a 3. Dick gets the bucket. Dick's got his first 3 points of the game.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone. Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Johnson for 3. Sinks it from distance.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Shot blocked. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. And the Nets making a change here. Here's Barrett. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Melton outside. Here's Whitehead. Three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Barrett with it. Now Sharp defending. They double-team Brown. Here's Barrett. Off target from the wing. Nets trail by 13. Watford outside. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
Another thing they're doing right early on tonight is attacking the offensive glass. Just outworking the defense and winning second chances at the hoop.
And the free throw, no good. You know, Grant, with the Nets, there was so much optimism just a few years back.
And it was just too bad to see things go south. It's a reminder that nothing is as easy as it seems in the NBA. Even with a superstar roster, things don't always work out.
And that one, good.
Their success from mid-range has really set them apart today. He didn't have his feet planted.
Now, for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Outside Johnson. Pass to Williams. This one for 3. Knocks down the long J. Williams has got 6.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
Outside for Ingram. Fires the 3. Sinks the tray. 11 points in the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Ingram up top. And he's going for the lob. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Williams' shot is good.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
Pass to Mobo. There's the 3. And again, Toronto with a triple.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
The kick out to Johnson. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Johnson's got his second basket on the night.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Brown with a screen. On the wing, Grady Dick. And again, Toronto with a triple.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
Back to Melton. .54 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Clock at 6. Johnson for 3. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep. And something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And by the look of it, guys, this could be serious.
Look, I'm no doctor, and I know that might be a surprise to a lot of you people, but look, that looked pretty harsh, and he's certainly going to have to miss some extended time.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Outside Barnes, into the lane. His fourth make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
And Barnes doesn't back down from anyone, embracing the contact on the way up.
Over to the wing. Here's Watford. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, trying to cut into that deficit.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Barnes. Again, the Raptors good for 2 more.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And it's Russell on the drive. Here's Claxton, plenty of space. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Down low with 2 seconds left. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. And so it's Toronto going into the break up 12. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. More 2K action in just a moment. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. The 3, Barrett. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
Yeah, this is the kind of scorer Barrett can be. When he's playing to his strengths, he can catch fire.
And it's time for an injury report.
Thanks. I just talked with Brooklyn's head athletic trainer. They told me it's a collapsed lung, a serious situation, and we're all hoping that he's okay. Injuries are obviously never at a good time, but they seem even more frustrating this early in the season, guys.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Graham.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And you never want to speculate. So it's nice for us, and especially his teammates, to get some facts.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, "I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. At the end of the day, I know what I'll hang my hat on, the defensive side of the ball." Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that. Claxton can't get it to go.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Cam Thomas. That's his first foul of the game. And so here is Toronto. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 15-point game. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road.
Oh, there's Russell flashing that quickness. This is why his guys encourage him to attack the rack, because he does have that speed.
And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. The shot by Watford, no good.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Claxton. Let's go with a three. Mobo with the rebound.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
To the inside. And stolen by Claxton. Pass to Russell. Three-pointer. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. And how about Nick Claxton? You'd be hard-pressed to find a more versatile defender.
He's come so far in that area since he came into the league. He's become an elite defender. There isn't a position on the floor he can't guard.
Now here's Russell. He's got 5. Takes it inside. Doesn't go that time. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
It's Barrett on the wing. And the Raptors miss again. Nets trail by 17. Here's Whitehead. Soft touch off the glass.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
And Claxton comes to help. Inside. And the dunk by Pirtle.
What a slam by Jakob. You could see the confidence that he plays with down low.
Here's Claxton. Three-pointer off the mark.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Pass to Pokashevsky. Barnes feeling it out a bit. And another basket for Toronto.
You know the coaches hated that shot. But guess what? Some of them go in.
Here's Whitehead, guarded by Barrett. Here's Whitehead. Shot clock at 6. Thomas up top. From deep three-point range. He drops it from range. Thomas has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And he can shoot it from anywhere. That's Cam Thomas.
Launches it. Knocks it down from distance. And the Raptors lead by 19.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Barnes, it's good.
And this is why Barnes was the number 4 overall pick in the 2021 draft. His ceiling is high.
Thomas outside. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. The Nets need to get off a shot here. Claxton can't get it to go.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Barnes with it. He's got 14. Offline from the top of the key. Thomas outside. Goes up at the stripe. And it's Battle with a rebound. Outside Barrett. Pure from three-point range. Barrett's got 6 points in the quarter.
I know Barrett loves to strike from the corners. He just trusts himself to make that shot.
Here's Thomas for 3. It doesn't go for him. And so it's the Toronto Raptors. A huge 24-point lead for them. Their efficiency has been off the charts. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And here's Russell. Pass to Clowney. Puts up a 3. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Clowney's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now Ingram. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
Fast break, Brooklyn. From deep, Johnson sends it home from three-point land.
There are the point guard skills of Russell. When he's sharing the rock, this offense runs so much smoother.
Here's Ingram. Stolen by Sharp. And pushing it up the floor. Here comes Brooklyn. Pass to Clowney. Out of bounds. Nets ball as Brooklyn keeps possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Here's Johnson, and the layup is good.
Reliable approach, getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
Raptors lead by 16. Outside Ingram. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
Oh, the athleticism of Ingram. Exceptional at skying up for slams.
Here's Johnson. To the middle. Pass to Wilson. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by the Raptors. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. They'll be playing host to Houston for their next game. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Johnson with it. Picked up by Dick.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
To the wing on the left. Here's the three. Outside for Ingram. Second chance effort. On the wing quickly. And there's a whistle. That goes on DeAnthony Melton. That's his first foul of the game. A big group substitution here for Toronto.
Substitution for your Raptors.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Second shot opportunity. Ingram on the wing. Goes up again. Here's Pirtle. Outside Ingram. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one.
If they want to replicate their second chance points from the first half, they might want to send more guys to the offensive glass.
They set a pick. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. There's a whistle. That goes on DeAnthony Melton. That'll be a second foul of the game. Brooklyn making a switch here. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. And here's Ingram outside. The rebound by the Nets.
Yeah, no triples for him here in the second half. One fell in the first, though. Can he turn it up?
Wilson drops in the three.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Melton. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Brooklyn making a switch here. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, BA.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Thomas outside. For three. That one no good. Toronto leading by 17. Barrett into the lane. And a strong finish with two hands.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
He is just playing at a high level right now.
Making plays for himself and others. His next assist will give him a double-double. And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Raptors.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And this will give them their 7th win of the year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
And what a huge performance it was for Scotty Barnes.
And his playmaking is what stood out to me. Effortlessly creating for his teammates.
After a trade to New Orleans back in 2019, Brandon Ingram has become a primary scorer, Grant.
Yeah, he scored well over 20 points per game since leaving the Lakers. B.I. has the rare blend of length and shooting, and beyond scoring, Ingram's assist numbers are very impressive too.
The kick out to Johnson. Pass to Thomas. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To stop the run, it's rebounded by Barrett. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
Cameron Johnson. That is first personal foul. 14 fouls.
He's off on the first.
A natural scorer. Every single year, Ingram seems to take another leap in his game.
And the second free throw is good. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Sharp. Outside Russell. The kick out to Johnson. Gets a hand on it. It's good on the putback.
Beautiful effort on that tip-in. High activity level is part and parcel of his game.
Here's Ingram. So it's the Raptors winning this one easily.